Now there's a Skoda there, again police surrounding my frame fixed Skoda at Heacham, calling for backup. North Norfolk coast, 7 miles from Sandringham, where I was staying in a disused beach hut. But no nut in a Heacham beach hut. Again, 7 miles from Sandringham. Sandringham stock and strangler, serial killer here. And again, they did do an Agatha Christie series here, The Moving Finger, about a poison pen writer. And that is a very good film, The ABC Murders, Agatha Christie, where there is a murder in a beach hut. But the man who was set up as the stock and strangler serial killer, that's not him at all. It's his aristocracy boss who is committing the murders. And 22 on that one. And in this Norfolk UK really is a 22-year catch-22, complete abuse of power, position, authority and influence in public office, and all to cover up high crimes. Royal Blue murder, certainly not mine. So it is always a tough call when you're up against people all in positions of power, authority and influence, and they're the ones setting you up with the biggest monster lies and the biggest bogus diagnosis. Again, they did do an Agatha Christie one here, The Moving Finger. Poison pen writer, so when you're up against poison pens and all their monster lies and bogus diagnosis, they want everyone to believe are true, but never the case 39 on all accounts. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham. So no Black Panther, serial killer here, again in their precision engineered. Black box, serial killer frame, fixed assassination. So certainly no Black Panther, serial killer here. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham, really don't think so. Not everyone is used and set up, framed and fixed, assassinated as a serial killer. And again, when you do find yourself in a golden circle, golden dragon, precision engineered, Clockwork Orange, golden squeeze, you certainly do have to follow your golden compass. Norfolk Coopers, Coppers, Evergreen Toxic Crane Corporation, Sachs, Goburn, Goffer, Windsor SS. Then all covering up Prince Harry Potter, Prince of Darkness, E.T. Hybrid Host, Red Dragon. His High Royal Blue Crime, New Year's Day Fine, September Blue Murder, certainly not mine, so one big cover up. Again, that one's got War and Axe on it, one big black axe hatchet job, and that one's got number 10 on it. Can see Keir Starmer and the Labour loonies for details. And another interesting story in the news at the moment is Lucy Letby. A lot of people believe that Lucy Letby was used and set up, framed and fixed as the serial killer nurse by the consultants and senior doctors and their bogus expert. Whether they could have been on manslaughter charges for medical malpractice, negligence and the appalling conditions of the maternity unit. So a lot of people believe that Lucy Letby was set up as the scapegoat, as the serial killer nurse, and again number 10 on that one. So you certainly can see Keir Starmer and the Labour loonies for details. So there's plenty of people who want me boxed up, locked up or done in, disappeared one way or another, but it's all to cover up high crimes. Royal Blue murder, and certainly not mine. Again, a rich boy's love pie, human hunting pie. And that is the word that came off the Royal Sandringham estate, Killenfields, loud and clear. So no Dis Lawnmower Man here. And that is a crack and watch, a true detectives. Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson, the Lawnmower Man, the Yellow King, satanic serial killer, riding round in a white pickup, abducting children and young girls, but certainly no this Lawnmower Man here. And it is based on actual events. If you look up Vice True Detectives or The Real True Detective on YouTube, and that is disclosed in police interviews and statements how people transformed during satanic ritual abuse and sacrifices when they become hosts to ET demonic entities and demon spirits. So plenty of hosts for the hungry, bloodthirsty beasts in high places. No hosts for the beast here. Again, Prince of Darkness, ET hybrid hosts, Red Dragons. Their high royal blue crime, New Year's Day find, September blue murders, certainly not mine. We are in Suffolk, and again Steve Wright, the Suffolk Strangler. 5 girls murdered in 10 days, not far from here in Ipswich. Steve Wright may have been involved in the Ringland murders in Norwich also. And Steve Wright has just been given another life sentence for the murder of Victoria Hall, 17-year-old girl who was murdered, found naked in a ditch dating back to 1999. So a crime is a crime whenever it's committed, unless it's a high royal blue crime, New Year's Day find. September blue murder, certainly not mine. 23 over there, again no mad, deranged, insane, demon possessed, Jekyll and Hyde. Number 21 or number 23, serial killer here. And certainly not me leaving the body of a 17-year-old sex trafficked girl on the Royal Sandringham estate. Killing Fields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. See Prince Harry the Spare for details. And as always, that is the word that came off the Royal Sandringham estate, Killing Fields, loud and clear. Rich boys love pie, human hunting pie. Some people like their blood sport, human hunting. So no Black Panther, Sandringham serial killer here. Clockwork Orange, Norwich train station. Mountain bike rapist, Child 44, Black Wizard terrorist issue, I really don't think so. Again, I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, not a mountain bike, but all wrapped into the black shroud of Sandringham, just to set me up further. Fully on camera, Norwich City Centre, bike back through Norwich Cathedral. Fully on camera, up to Mousehold Heath, overlooking Norwich, where I was parked between 2 cameras outside the cafe. I was on a woman's black Dutchy bike, not a mountain bike, given away free to a good home on the Burston Gisson Road, Gregson's Toothfishers Art Gallery. And the man following the woman at Norwich train station, younger than me, had a hoodie on. He was on a mountain bike, certainly wasn't me. So no Peter Cook Cambridge, blonde wig, black rapist mask. No O.J. Simpson, black Sandringham serial killer gloves in my backpack. I really don't think so. And I was just looking at 2 7s over there. As always, 7 monster lies, 7 bogus diagnoses in their precision engineered black box serial killer frame fix assassination. Africa, Dis, Norwich and Sandringham, not even Harry Houdini could escape from. More bogus diagnosis than on Jack the Ripper, who they've now identified, apparently using new DNA technology. But no Norfolk Jack the Kipper, Sandringham serial killer. Black Wizard, terrorist issue, I really don't think so. So they do hunt more than birds of prey on the Royal Sandringham estate. Killing Fields, late Prince Philip's favourite hunting area. How do I know? Little birdie told me so. So Dis Mason Council, White Lodge, the local mafia. It's the local mob. Norfolk Bacon SS, Windsor Gestapos, the local Nazis, boys in blue. Simon Bailey don't cry, and his blonde host plainclothes lover, not true detective. We haven't started exchanging missiles with Russia yet. But we're certainly all in range of war, bio-warfare, cyber warfare, and war certainly can come as a thief in the night. First strike. And sometimes innocent men do have to run, fly, go, disappear, follow your golden compass. And certainly no Roy White and White Van Man, Christian B, Sandringham serial killer here, Black Wizard terrorist issue, I really don't think so. Christian B, just been released from prison in Germany, involved in the Madeleine McCann case. It's been going on for over 20 years now, and again no Black Wizard here in a Volvo state. So a very deadly serial killer virus in this Norfolk UK. When I see a silver Volvo state, it does always remind me of World War Z, when Brad Pitt is parked in a silver Volvo state in New York in the traffic, and the dust cart comes crashing through the traffic. And they certainly will pay to make you disappear, again all to cover up high crimes, royal blue murder, and certainly not mine. Dead men don't talk, see Jeffrey Epstein for details. So some people do believe Jeffrey Epstein is still alive, remains to be seen, but anything can be staged, anything can be faked. Again all to cover up high crimes, and certainly not mine. So again, it is always an interesting dilemma when it's all people in positions of power, authority and influence, and they're the ones setting you up, and it's all to cover up their high crimes, blue murder, frames and fixes switches, monster lies, bogus diagnosis, and certainly not mine. So certainly is the one here. Nice evening, get out on the trails. Always good to go and get some fresh air and exercise, clear your head. Always a good tonic for heart, mind, spirit and soul. Disappear, get far from the maddening crowd. Again, all for mad monster lies, bogus diagnosis and death threats. And that's a good little catch. There was mention of a Suzuki Jeep, trials bike, pickup trucks, Royal Sandringham Estate killing fields, human hunting parties. If you look up the video, Spare Murder, Johnny Botwright. I did put a Suzuki Jeep in the videos. You've got Wolverton Wood Farm Cottage also, Prince of Darkness, E.T. Hybrid Host, Red Dragons, SS Sandringham Wolfpack. So plenty of high crimes, Jack the Ripper crimes, castles, manor houses, UK's Devil Island, country estates, and certainly not mine. And there's always interest what comes along when you make a video. You do get help from above to expose the truth and all the monster lies.